And what up, everybody? Welcome back to Furrow Publications YouTube channel. On this channel we talk about zines and DIY publishing, and today's topic is why do some succeed and others fail, right? I was looking for a place to skate and I found ultimately this business who I'm not gonna name, but I guess they went bankrupt or they closed down somehow. And so they have this big ass complex and there's nobody here. And it just feels like a good place to skate. And it made me think about yesterday in the comics that I got, right? You know, I saw things by Tim Vigil there for $1. Like I said, Usagi, and I think everyone's in agreement that Usagi is a successful comic book. It's a popular comic book, right? And it just makes you wonder, why do some succeed where others fail, right? And kind of like is there a takeaway? Like what is it that makes someone successful and someone not, you know? But I guess let's skate while we ponder this. So these are the 3 comics that I got yesterday at the Dollar Bin, right? Without doubt, I think we all understand that Usagi Yojimbo is a very popular comic book, very successful, and the art in it is amazing, right? But it was still in the Dollar Bin. This as well, I found after looking it up, that it's actually a very popular manga, and this was I guess the American adaptation. But a very popular book, and the art is amazing. And let's see if you guys can see some of that. And it's like all action pack. It's like very little words, but the way the art is amazing. There's so much emotion in this. But still, I found it in the Dollar Bin. And then we have this Nerd Bop issue 1, signed, very limited print run. This is number 15 out of 2,000 printed, and it has a DIY feel to it. Oh, here goes something to get you guys really nostalgic. Y'all know my Stilo.com, and then what is that? His MySpace, which I'm gonna look up right now. So my thoughts: why are some people successful and others not? I think it's a question about endurance, and it's about setting yourself up, right? That's why I'm gonna buy the printer instead of sending it to the print shop, right? Because once you own it, then you can always make as many as you like, and so then you're not at the mercy of your printer, right? You're not at the mercy of their costs and so on and so forth. It's kind of like in your hands, and that's why the do-it-yourself like attitude for a creative, especially a creative entrepreneur, hella important, man. Hella important, because if you're not willing to do the work yourself, if you always feel like you need to sub things out, that cost adds up, and then you're gonna find yourself in a really bad spot, man. Another thing is about not looking at the competition and focusing on you and what you can do and leaning into who you are, right? It's kind of like saying me, once I get the printer, trying to print something that looks like an Image comic or something that looks like a Fantagraphics book. It'd be impossible almost, because I don't have the amount of money they have, right? I don't have the quantity that they have that probably makes their price point make sense, and I don't have the know-how, you know what I mean? So then why would I try to do that, right? I'm not Image Comics, I'm not Fantagraphics, I'm not any of these places. I'm Furrow Publication. I need to make something that looks and reflects and leans into my strengths. And like, that's why things like this are really important to me, because like this, I can see us printing something like this. This looks like basically what I assumed I would be making at home with that printer. This is something else that I think we can print. This is something that's outdated. It's from 1988, but I love this aesthetic. I love this style, and it's something that I think if I get the right paper quality, I think we can make something that looks very similar to this. And Usagi, meaning the reason why, you know, I buy things like this, I can see us printing something like this. These 3 right here are prime examples of what I think Furrow Publication can make at this moment. being very realistic and not just being naive and optimistic, but being honestly realistic. This is something that's doable. Does it look like an Image comic? Does it look like a Marvel comic? Does it look like any of those other comics that you might find in a comic book shop rack? No, but it'll look like something you can pull out of a dollar bin, and I'm okay with that, man. You know what I mean? I lean into my strengths, and I do what I'm capable of doing, and I build off of my strengths. And that's what I think people, you know, that's kind of the deciding factor between those that make it and those that don't, you know? And one of the other takeaways I have about this whole topic is kind of like, who defines what it is to win, right? Like, you have to have your own individual like metric for success. And like, I've heard that millions of times, and it's absolutely true, right? If my goal is to look like Image, then I should work and aspire to that. But that's not my personal goal. And a lot of times people feel nervous, or they get pressured into feeling like they should have this or accomplish that, right? Or look something like this or do something more like that, as opposed to just leaning into who the fuck they are and what the fuck they want to do. You know what I mean? So who defines success? You define success. And how do you succeed? By being adamant and setting yourself up for success, so you can do whatever it is that brings joy and value to your life for a long time. All I got for you guys today, man. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let's just keep building this up, man. It's been working so far, so let's not get lazy. All right, see you guys tomorrow.